Hello, this is Anthony. Let's walk and talk. So, a little quieter in the morning up here on the deck. So, we're going to do this from the deck today versus down in the park. And what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about getting what you deserve, but how we are constantly sabotaged in the effort to get what we deserve. You're going to ask, what do I mean by that? Well, here's the thing. Part of the problem we run into in life is the fact that we don't choose to understand or embody spiritual concepts. What we choose to do is we choose to listen to social media, listen to influencers tell us about who we are and what we deserve. And that's great, and that's a wonderful thing, because you're an amazing and magical soul, and you deserve everything that you could possibly want. However, what they don't point to is they don't point to the other aspects that are important to understand, which is it requires work. You see, most people don't understand that in order to become the person that you're meant to become, you have to embody, understand, and truly desire to become that person. You see, most people aren't following their desires and goals. They're following somebody else's desires and goals. What do I mean by that? Well, all you have to do is look at the family environment or the influencer environment. And what you see in the family, well, this is what we want you to be. This is who we think you should be. A lot of families, they want their sons and daughters to become doctors or lawyers or, somebody important, an athlete. And why is that? Is that for them? Well, they might think, yes, it's for them because it's going to provide them with the money to, do whatever they want to do. But the problem is it may not be what you want, what the child wants, what the other being wants, you see? And because we take the thought experiment and the ideas of imagination out of children earlier and earlier and earlier, and we start to implant into them the ideas of what they should be daydreaming about, such as money and fame, we put ourselves in a position where we're taking children, we're taking ourselves, because many of you, it's probably happened to you as well, you're taking the imagination out of your life to actually discover what truly you desire and what truly you want in your life. And we're supplanting it with what other people want and other people's desires. And why is that important? Well, that's important because, you see, you can have programmed in you what you think you should do. The problem is as we've talked about, then it becomes a very egoic thing, meaning I need validation, I need people to support me, I need people to back me up, I need people to believe in me and understand in me. No. You see, when you find someone who truly has a passion, and it is their passion, they don't need people to support them. They don't need people to back them up. They just do it. You see, even on this walkabout, I've met people who ask me lots about how I got here financially, or why I do this, or should I do something else, or should I come back to work, or should I move back to and live in the States, and all of these things that I woulda, coulda, shoulda. But it's interesting because in that journey, people truly are interested, and they truly are wanting to maybe offer guidance and advice. But a lot of times it's for two reasons. One, for their own self-interest, meaning, well, this is a situation where I think that you should do what I want because, one, I would like what you have, but I can't see a path to do it. I'm too afraid. There's too much risk. And so if I can convince you to stop doing what you're doing, then it's going to make me feel better. Or the other, how it benefits them. hey, if I want to be in contact with you, I want to be your friend, I want to hang out with you, I want to be in a relationship with you, I want to be able to benefit from where you are and what you have. And that means I need you to change in order for me to feel happy about where I'm at in my change. You see, this is completely anti what is your passion and drives you for what you want to do. You see, for me, I know this is my path. For me, I know this is where I'm at. Right now, in this part of my life, I can't imagine doing or being anything else. For me, this isn't, I enjoy interacting on and sending these messages out, but I enjoy it also because there's always something in the message for me. I'm not looking to change the world. I'm looking to offer opportunities for people to be able to see things in themselves and maybe evolve themselves so that they can have a more meaningful life. I'm not telling you that you should do what I'm doing. I'm telling you that you should do what you should do. You see, again, there are a lot of spiritual concepts that people just choose to ignore. I'm going to give you some examples. When I say do the work, well, people think, well, I've got to go do that. You said that's ego, Anthony. Don't do those things. No. What I'm saying is, when you do the work, it's healing the self. It's learning about the self. It's learning about the environment that you live in. It's learning about the world around you. If you want to have a better life, I talked about this in a video a long time ago. For instance, the financial aspect. If you truly want to be rich, well, then it's important for you to understand that there are rules to being rich. There are rules to how money works. Money's energy. And you should learn those rules, because by learning those rules, that's where you can be successful at the game. This is just the game of life. If you want to be successful in different aspects of life, then it's important for you to learn the rules. But most people, they don't want to do that. They're lazy. They don't want to learn the rules of life. They don't want to learn what governs the environment they live in. They want to put everything external to them, because then then they don't have to look at themselves. They don't have to look interior. They don't have to look at the inner world and make changes, because the ego doesn't want the change, you see. The ego doesn't want something different. What it wants is you to continue to operate subconsciously in the programmed ways that you've been programmed. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. In order to change your subconscious programming, it takes work. It takes being present and conscious effort. Is it easy? No, it's not easy. But nothing worth anything in life is easy. You see? But when you start understanding the rules of the game and understanding how it works, then things become easy, because you understand them and how they work, and then you're able to create them in a much more easy manner. I think that as, sometimes as I talk about this, I see that people don't even understand the aspects of simple things like karma. What is karma? Well, karma can be very easy to explain from science, even religion. It's essentially, karma is your toric field, the electromagnetic energy field that emanates from the center of your body outward and then comes back into you. Okay, there are two fields in this. There's the one that comes from your energy center, and then there's one that comes up from your heart center. And see, karma says, essentially same thing in the Bible. Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. And essentially what that's telling you is the energy that you put out is what will return to you. You see, so when you understand that and you understand these principles, you start to understand that in order to get what I want, I need to put the same energy out. For instance, if I want to be treated, say you're in a relationship, and you want the love and care of another being. Well, then it's important for you to create the love and care for yourself, as well as to treat the other being in the same manner in which you would want to be treated. That's an important aspect. You see? And when you treat that other person with respect and love, admiration, kindness, you prioritize them in your life, well, then you're doing your job. But if the other person isn't reciprocating, then you start to easily understand that this isn't the what I want off the menu. So I need to go back and order the menu. But the problem is people get in relationships and they feel like it's very difficult to find someone. And I've done all the things to find someone, but it's just really difficult. So I'm going to stay in this one because I'm attracted to this person and I don't want to be alone. Well, the problem is that you're telling the universe your worth. You're telling the universe, hey, I'm too afraid and I don't trust you. And I don't trust that if I continue to walk the path and I do the work and continue to improve on myself and how I hone in on myself and how I treat myself and how I treat others, that I won't attract someone else that's a better fit for me. Okay? Now I say fit because the person may be a great fit, but the problem is that where they're at on their journey, they may not be a great fit. Maybe where they're at on their journey, they just don't understand certain things, or they're focused on other things, and the relationship isn't a priority to them like it is to you. But there is somebody out there who is looking for the same thing you're looking for, and you will attract them in as you continue to work on yourself and be the amazing person that you want to be. I use relationships, especially romantic ones, because they are great mirrors to understanding self. And a lot of times they're some of the easiest ways to get your point across and your example across. But these things are no different in romantic relationships as they are in career relationships, or even your relationships with things like money or family. They're the same concepts. They are no different. So the question is, are you just going to get on social media and listen to influencers tell you this is what you deserve better? Or are you going to understand that getting what you want and desire requires effort on your behalf, requires work on your behalf, and it requires you focusing on you and becoming the best version of you that you can be? If that's what you want in life and you believe in it and you work on it, it will happen. But what say you? Do you think that that's an accurate statement, or do you think that no, it's just a matter of not growing and evolving at all and just saying this is what I want and I'm going to hold true till I get what I want? We all have our perspectives. You've now just heard mine. Now you can decide. As always, if you enjoy this content, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm truly grateful. Until I talk to you again, peace, love, light. Hope you have the most amazing day.